Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Welcome to the East Tennessee Sports Report. Hi, I'm your host, Ralph Miranda. Today we're at Morristown Ford in Morristown, and I'm telling you, if you need a car, you need to come to Morristown Ford. They've got great F-150 trucks, tremendous vehicles, and they're one of the best in this area when it comes to selling vehicles. So come to Morristown Ford. They're our host today for the East Tennessee Sports Report. I'm joined by our usual crew. We've got Scott Galyon over here. Scott, how are you?
How you doing? Great.
Good. We got the judge here, Chris Blevins, and we got the philosopher, Chris Reddick, the philosopher and the judge. All right, guys, before we get started, top story of the week. Scott, what's your one top story this past week?
You talking about high school?
No, we'll leave UT to later. We'll leave that. We'll leave. Yeah, we don't want to start off bad. We'll finish bad. Go ahead.
Man, I'm trying to think. Last week, big games. You know, to me, it was really a team that I had high hopes for this season and was having a great year and still going to have a good year. But that was Knox Central coming into the last week undefeated. Played a really good Morristown West team, and Morristown West really kind of took them back behind the woodshed and whooped up on them pretty good. But I think those are two of the better teams in the area, and I mean, I'm interested in seeing how Central bounces back.
Sure.
How about you, Judge?
I have to second that. I was gone last week. I didn't get to see a lot of the games, but I heard about Morristown West, and I think that was definitely I don't know if we call it an upset of two of the best teams, but I wasn't really sure what was going to happen there. But I think Morristown West did a great job coming out and really showing what they're made of, and I think that was kind of one of the highlights of last week too.
Okay. How about you, philosopher?
My topic of the week is Mr. Ethan Thomas, a name you heard a lot last year. Actually just talked to his dad, had a great game this past week, got 2 touchdowns, had an opportunity to play a lot, actually led the team in rushing, also had a couple of passes for 30 yards, so just want to give a shout out to him. Great job. He actually played against his former player, which is Logan, that is the kicker for Austin Peay, so Eastern Kentucky had a nice win over Austin Peay, so congratulations, Ethan.
Well, my top story is it's midway through the football season for high school football, and this is where the cream starts to rise to the top. Doesn't it? I mean, we have a lot of teams that were undefeated, one loss, and we're starting to see who the better teams are as they start playing all these region games. All right, guys, let's go over some of the big games we got coming up this week. I know we got Gatlinburg-Pittman, and North Green. I'll start on this side. Philosopher, what do you think about that one?
Gatlinburg-Pittman. You know what? This is a tough season, tough start. This is unlike a Gatlinburg-Pittman team. I know he's having a hard time there, but I'm going to have to root for Gatlinburg-Pittman. They're getting so close. They're playing good teams really close. I'm going to give this one to Gatlinburg.
All right. How about you?
I think GP is going to come out this week and get a win like Chris was talking about, or the philosopher, I should say.
The philosopher.
But I think GP is due a win. I think they're always been out there this year. I mean, I know it's been a tough season, but I take GP.
Yeah, I'm taking GP as well. I think Coach Benny Hammonds is doing another great coaching job there. You know, they may be down a little bit this year, but you know what they're going to do. They're going to line up and run right at you, and I think they'll be able to do that against North Green.
Let's stay with you, Scott. Fulton Carter. Any reason to believe that Carter can slow down that Fulton machine?
No, Carter's had a better year this year than I think most folks would have thought. Started off pretty strong. I know it's a good rivalry game, but I think Fulton's just going to have too much for them.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Fulton's going to air it out, and they're going to burn them. Fulton.
Same.
I'm going to make things easy for you. Fulton, Hampton, Alcoa.
Okay, he's already picked Hampton, Happy Valley, and he said Alcoa. How about you?
I think Hampton's going to come out. I was kind of on the edge about Happy Valley a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going Hampton.
Yeah, I'm going Hampton as well. I think they're still undefeated. Early in the season they played Gatlinburg-Pittman, which was going to be a pretty good matchup, but they handled Gatlinburg-Pittman pretty well. They got a really good quarterback there at Hampton. I'm going to take Hampton.
All right, stay with us. When we come back, we're going to talk more high school football right here on the East Tennessee Sports Report. We'll be right back.
Trusted for over 32 years, our agency has won numerous awards and has served thousands of Tennessee residents. Tammy Francis knows that home health care isn't something you should leave to chance. It is vital that your home health care provider be a reliable and trusted member of the community they serve. That's why Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice invests in education and training for their staff. Many have obtained advanced degrees in health care. Just another reason to be sure to request our services when your physician recommends home care. We set the standard in the home care industry.
I never thought I'd get into the car business or work with my dad, but some things you just shouldn't pass up, like our Carefree car deal with upfront pricing below the factory invoice and our lifetime powertrain warranty. You've just got to get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greenville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
Advantage of great deals like this new Ford Focus.
Or this new Ford Fiesta.
Your choice.
For as low as $199 a month. And don't forget about the great deals on the new Ford Fusion for as low as $249 a month.
Right in the heart of Morristown.
Get the right services you need from a name you can trust at Crescent Center Drugs. Whether it's hormone replacement therapy or if you need to update your immunizations for flu, pneumonia, or shingles, Crescent Center Drugs has a professional and friendly staff always ready to take care of you. That's why for many years, Crescent Center Drugs has been your good neighbor pharmacy. Right now, getting your medicine is fast and easy when you sign up for the IVR system. It's simple. Once your prescription is filled, your box is scanned, and you instantly receive a phone call or text for pickup. Visit Crescent Center Drugs inside the Crescent Shopping Center.
Welcome back to the East Tennessee Sports Report. I'm your host, Ralph Miranda. Today we're at Morristown Ford. In Morristown, if you need a new truck or automobile, you need to come see my friends at Morristown Ford. I also want to thank some of our other sponsors. I want to thank Crescent Center Drugs in Morristown. Of course, I've already thanked Morristown Ford because they're our host today. Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice, 7 locations in East Tennessee. Gateway Ford of Greenville, and of course Mullins Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Elizabethton. And of course, a special thanks today to Chick-fil-A of Morristown. As you can see, they've provided us with food and iced tea. If you haven't eaten at Chick-fil-A, then you need to get into the 21st century because I'm telling you, that is a great place to eat. All right, guys, again, we got Scott Galyon, we got the judge, we got the philosopher. Guys, let's go quickly in this segment, talk about a few games. Let's start with Greenville and Granger. Scott?
I think Greenville's going to continue to roll. You know, they're off to a great season. Powerhouse there, a lot of tradition, and Granger's still trying to grow that program, and so I think Greenville's going to run away.
I think Granger's sometimes a sleeper team, kind of sneak up on some people, but Greenville's too much for Granger this week. So
No way this Granger team's going to sneak up on Greenville. I know Greenville had a little trouble with these guys right here in front of me, Morristown West, but since then, this team's been nothing but a machine, Greenville.
All right, philosopher, Science Hill and Hardin Valley.
Oh, boy. Now, you know what?
That's a good one.
I do have to philosophize on that one.
Well, you got about 20 seconds.
Okay. Science Hill, if, and we'll find out tomorrow when we talk to Coach Carter, if they get the quarterback back. Playing away, though, you know, I'm going to toss this one out. Science Hill.
Science Hill. All right.
I'm thinking it's going to be a close game as well, and I'm going to go back to the kicking game in these close games. I'm taking Hardin Valley by 3.
By 3. All right.
I'm going to take Science Hill. You know, I think I guess, are they on the road this week?
Yeah, they're at Hardin Valley, yeah.
Make it tough. If their quarterback's out, that's going to make it tough. But I got some personal ties there with their coaching staff, and know they do a great job. So I'm going to go with Science Hill.
How about Sevier County and Daniel Boone? I know Sevier County coming off a tough loss to Oak Ridge. So what do you think about that?
You know
one?
what? No philosophizing on this one. Sevier County with that upset to, well, I don't know if you want to call it upset, but the loss to Oak Ridge, nothing but a lot of power and strength against Daniel Boone. Just watch out, Daniel Boone. Sevier County's coming to get you, Sevier County.
I think it's going to be a blowout. I was very surprised. It could have been another highlight from last week. Sevier County getting beat, I'm taking Sevier County.
Yeah, I think Sevier County as well. You know, I think they want to come out and prove something this week. They got handled pretty well last week, so
sure.
2 losses for them this year. They want to get back on the winning track.
All right, Scott, your alma mater, Seymour, playing Cherokee this
that's
week.
That's a big game. You know, I think when we start out at the season looking at this game, it's just another game with the Cherokee beating Sullivan South a couple weeks ago. That was a huge win, but then they come back this past week and get beaten by, I think, Davy Crockett. And it's Seymour's homecoming game, so there's going to be a lot of motion, a lot of hoorah around that game. But I'm gonna be a homer. I'm gonna go with Seymour.
All right, that's fair. You can do that. That's fair. How about you, Judge?
I'm not going to go off the path there. I definitely trust this guy, so I'm taking Seymour.
Seymour for you. How about you, philosopher?
I'm going off the path. I'm going to tell you why. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Step off there.
Seymour looks good. Much better year this year, but you know what? Cherokee, disappointing loss to a surprisingly Crockett team that they've got a little power that a lot of people don't know about, but I'm going to have to give the edge to Cherokee.
All right, you got the edge to Cherokee. All right, so those are some more games for you. Hey, make sure you stay with us on the East Tennessee Sports Report. When we come back, we've got some special interviews with some players and coaches, all that for you and more on the East Tennessee Sports Report today from Morristown Ford in Morristown. We'll be right back.
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
The Jeep Celebration Event is going on now at Mullins Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Elizabeth. 2015 Jeep Patriot stock number 098 are only $14,900, or a 2015 Ram 1500 Crew Cab with a Hemi stock number 470 are just $27,900. Check out a 2015 Chrysler 200 Limited stock number 563 for only $18,900. You can buy at Mullins with no money down, no payments till December, 0% APR on select models, and always top dollar for your trade. Before you buy, give Mullins a try.
Welcome back to the East Tennessee Sports Report. This evening we're from Morristown Ford in Morristown. They're our hosts this evening on the East Tennessee Sports Report. I'm joined now by three of the Morristown West Trojans. I'm joined by Preston Long, he's a cornerback. I'm joined by Calvin Smith to my right, a safety, and by the quarterback Aaron Jones to my left. All right, guys, you guys are 5-1. Calvin was telling me 5-1, ranked number 2 in the state in 5A right now, and they've got their rivalry game coming up this weekend against Morristown East, the Hurricanes. So, Preston, I'm going to start with you. Talk to me a little bit about playing corner. I mean, you know, I know you got to have a short memory when you play corner, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. You just gotta know like your coverage and stuff, know this like situations you're in, and just like watch film and stuff.
Okay, all right. Now you're a safety, strong safety or free?
Both.
Both.
Kind of
Okay, so you play both. All right. So talk to me a little bit about some of the challenges of playing safety.
Well, safety's a lot of it's a big open field position. You got a lot of ground to cover, and you're really the last line of defense.
Right.
So that's really big for being a safety, that you read your key and you always know what's coming and what everybody's doing on the field.
Do you like to play back, or do you like to creep down in the box every once in a while?
Yeah, I like to get in the box.
Yeah, I figured you
Yes,
did.
sir.
Okay, I figured you
Yes,
did.
sir.
I could tell by the way, from the moment you walked in here, that you're a box type safety.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, we got Aaron over here, the quarterback, and we were talking a little bit off camera about your guys' offense, and you guys were saying you're about maybe 65% run. So talk to me a little bit about managing that type of offense when you guys just like to run the ball.
You know, we do like to run the ball, but you know, we mixed up pretty good for the most part. You got a great running back in DeAndre Delaney, who's getting some looks from some colleges. So I mean, with our line, I mean, we can do just about anything we want.
Now, are you a running type quarterback? Do you run some of that read option stuff, or you just pretty much hand it off and watch them go ahead?
I get to do some.
Okay.
But
right.
you know, it's not bad when you can just hand it to him anytime you want to.
Well, you got that right. When you got a workhorse, that's a good way to be. All right, guys, you got East this week. Tell me something that you learned about East. What are some of the things you got to watch from your position? What do they like to do?
They like to run the ball.
Okay.
They got a physical back. He likes to run the ball hard.
Okay.
And then they have another back who's pretty fast. He likes to get outside.
Okay. And you being the guy that likes to come down the box, I imagine you'll get some opportunities to do that this week, won't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, they're definitely they like to run a lot of option read and stuff like that, and then also they like short routes. Try to get the ball out of his hands quick. So.
Okay.
That can help us out a lot.
Okay.
In the box.
All right. And you being the quarterback, you just got to manage it well, right? You get a chance to check out of plays, or do they pretty much tell you what to run every once in a while?
I have a chance to kind of check out some things, just depending on what we got throughout the week.
Okay. So you got to figure out whether you're in a good play or not, right?
Yep.
All right. Sounds good. All right. There you have it. Three of the guys, Preston, Calvin, and Aaron. Three guys are going to try to keep that number 2 state ranking intact when they meet the Hurricanes in the big rivalry game this week. Stay with us when we come back. We got more interviews for you on the East Tennessee Sports Report today from Morristown Ford. We'll be right back.
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Advantage of great deals like this new Ford Focus.
Or this new Ford Fiesta.
Your choice.
For as low as $199 a month. And don't forget about the great deals on the new Ford Fusion for as low as $249 a month.
Right in the heart of Morristown.
From 1989, Tomo has been one of the first sushi restaurants in Knoxville.
I love it. This is one of my favorite restaurants in Knoxville.
We have carried on with an age-old tradition atmosphere and menu, including the Japanese bento box.
Food is outstanding.
Tomo is open for lunch and dinner and extra late for all you late-night sushi lovers, Friday and Saturday nights.
I love the sushi. It's always really fresh.
Tomo even offers half-price sushi on Sunday, 5 to 7 p.m. Tomo, neighborhood price and friendly service on West Hill Crossing Plaza.
Welcome back to the East Tennessee Sports Report. Today we're from Morristown Ford in Morristown. I'm your host, Ralph Miranda. It's time now for our coaches segment. We're joined now by two coaches from Morristown East. To my right, Dwayne Wells. He's the head football coach at Morristown East. And to my left, Jason Dean, the offensive coordinator. Coach Wells, I'm going to start with you. Rivalry week, right? You guys play Morristown West this week. That's kind of the big game in this area every year. So talk to me a little bit about the excitement this week over at East High School.
Oh, there's a lot of excitement. I've been here for 4 years now. I got introduced to it real quick when I first came here. And to me, there's nothing like it as far as having a city rivalry like this. I don't think there's many places in Tennessee that have it. So both schools are excited to be playing, student bodies, faculty members, and it's just a big week for the city of Morristown.
What are some of the things that you guys have to do well this week to be successful?
Well, first of all, we're trying to get healed up. We've had a injury-ridden football team up to this point, and that's one thing. We've been trying to get some of our kids back. Second of all, obviously West is having a good year.
Mm-hmm.
They're sitting here 5-1, and we've been struggling as far as getting the win column. Kids have stayed positive, but as far as win the football game, we got to be sound. It's coach's cliche, sound in all three phases of the game: offense, defense, and kicking game. But we can't beat ourselves. We're going to have to be sound. If we can't, we got to stay on schedule on offense, defensively. We can't give up big plays. We've been prone to do that this year. We've only got 1 to 2 returning starters that are on defense, and it's a learning process. It's a learning curve. Injuries have caused us to shuffle people around on both sides of the ball. Offensively, we started out strong running the football. We got some backs hurt. Quarterback got hurt, and we had to move some people around, and hopefully that will resolve itself this week as far as getting the kids back where they naturally are. Offensively, we've got to protect the football. I think that's a big thing, is protecting the football this week.
Jason, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about your offense, and Coach Wells alluded to it a little bit about what are some of the things you have to do well this week. But one of the things about West that I've always known, they're known for their pretty tough defense, pretty strong defense. So talk to me a little bit about what your strategy has to be this week offensively to stay on schedule, as Coach Wells says, and to be able to take the pressure off your defense.
Well, to me, I think the strength of our offense is up front. Okay. And if we make sure that we account for all those guys in the box that they tend to do, they move a lot of kids around, and they try to confuse you up front. Mm-hmm. But our main thing is make sure we get everybody accounted for, and like I said, he said stay on schedule. We have to be dominant on first down. Mm-hmm. If we're dominant on first down, we should be okay throughout the game.
Are you the type of offense that you're going to kind of try to dictate to the defense what you want to do, or will you pretty much take what they give you?
Well, we're a numbers game. Okay. We look for grass and we look for numbers. If they give us 2 over 3, we're going to take advantage of it if we can.
Okay.
When it comes to our main goal as an offense is we need to come and we need to make sure that we run the football. And we do a pretty good job of that. But, Frank Rogers has done a great job this year. Bryson Stevens, he comes in, fills in at every position on the field. And Dylan is also very effective in the run game. And luckily he's not limping anymore, so that helps.
That's good.
Sure.
That does help, yeah.
He's healthy and he's ready to roll. So.
Well, guys, we appreciate you taking time to come visit with us. We wish you the best of luck this week. Coach Wells, good luck to you guys against Morristown West. Coach Dean, thank you. Appreciate you coming. Dwayne Wells, head football coach. Jason Dean, offensive coordinator for Morristown East. They got a big one this week, the rivalry week against Morristown West. Get out there and watch it. It's usually one of the best games in East Tennessee. From Morristown forward, this is the East Tennessee Sports Report. I'm Ralph Miranda, and we'll be right back.
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Gotta get to Gateway.
Get Greene County's only lifetime warranty on these incredible Gateway deals. Late model Ford Rangers, Nissan Frontiers, and Tacomas starting at just $11,900. Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greenville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
Trusted for over 32 years, our agency has won numerous awards and has served thousands of Tennessee residents. Tammy Francis knows that home health care isn't something you should leave to chance. It is vital that your home health care provider be a reliable and trusted member of the community they serve. That's why Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice invests in education and training for their staff. Many have obtained advanced degrees in health care. Just another reason to be sure to request our services when your physician recommends home care. We set the standard in the home care industry. Get the right services you need from a name you can trust at Crescent Center Drugs. Whether it's hormone replacement therapy or if you need to update your immunizations for flu, pneumonia, or shingles, Crescent Center Drugs has a professional and friendly staff always ready to take care of you. That's why for many years, Crescent Center Drugs has been your good neighbor pharmacy. Right now, getting your medicine is fast and easy when you sign up for the IVR system. It's simple. Once your prescription is filled, your box is scanned, and you instantly receive a phone call or text for pickup. Visit Crescent Center Drugs inside the Crescent Shopping Center.
Welcome back to the East Tennessee Sports Report. I'm your host, Ralph Miranda. We're at Morristown Ford this week. Make sure you get over to Morristown Ford. I'm telling you, they're one of the best car dealers in this part of the state. Great Ford F-150s, Silverados, great vehicles. Morristown Ford. We want to thank them for hosting our show today. I also want to thank our other sponsors. Crescent Center Drugs of Morristown, Smoky Mountain Home Health and Hospice, 7 locations throughout East Tennessee, Gateway Ford of Greenville, and of course, Mullins Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Elizabethton. A special thank you today to Chick-fil-A of Morristown. They've provided us with some tremendous meals and iced tea, and I'm telling you, you need to get by Chick-fil-A. Great food, great environment, great people. All right, guys, let's get at it here in our last 2 segments. I want to talk about a couple games, the big games this week, Pigeon Forge and Elizabethton. Pigeon Forge coming off that tough loss to Lenore City. Now they got to go up to Upper East Tennessee and play Elizabethton. Philosopher, I'll start with you.
Yes, Pigeon Forge coming into the Elizabethton, my neck of the woods, and I'll tell you what, this is going to be a tough game. This is going to be a new rivalry game because they're in the same conference, same region. So this is a very important game. Lots on the line. Real quick, Noah Whaley for Pigeon Forge. Elizabethton, watch out. This kid is nasty on the field. He already broke over 1,000 yards in 5 games. He is actually our, one of your high school sports All-State Kevin Yates Player of the Week. So I believe if we can contain this kid, slow him down, get some 3-and-outs with the firepower that Elizabethton has, I don't see there's no reason that Elizabethton Cyclones should win this game, especially at home.
All right, Judge?
I think so, too. I think Elizabethton is definitely going to win this game. I don't think it's going to be a big blowout. I think Pigeon Forge coming off a loss last week, coming to this week, I think they're going to be pumped up for the game, but I think Elizabethton, with a lot of their attack and especially playing on that new field and that new stadium again, I mean, it's one of those years where you got to protect home field. I picked 2 upsets. I'll call this the second one, so I'm taking Elizabethton.
Scott?
You know what? I'm going to go with Elizabethton as well. I think, biggest thing is obviously what the philosopher said, stopping that run game. If you can make Pigeon Forge a one-dimensional team, like any great running teams, put them in passing situations. If Elizabethton can do that, then I think they've got a great shot of winning that ball game.
All right, guys, the game of the week, Morristown East, Morristown West. Morristown West 5-1, ranked number 2 in the state in Class 5A. Morristown East haven't won a ball game yet. I smell upset.
Yeah. Well, let me start off this real quick because I'm from here.
All right.
So we talked about it. We do this every year. But when you come to play in this game, it's one of the best rivalry games. You just never know what's going to happen. I said it last year. This year, I get chills thinking about it, seeing the players here. It's so exciting. You just don't know. Of course, I'm going with Morristown East. I think it's going to be a tight game. I think Morristown West is the better team at the end of the day. But Morristown East, I hope, got a great chance. I think they're going to pull the upset.
Philosopher?
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. Tell you what, Morristown West, this team is the real deal. I kind of doubted them in the beginning, but they played Fulton real tough at the beginning of the year, and they have been nothing but smoke the rest of the season. Real tough. Delaney kid, all the running backs. We just talked to the players. Really tight squad, tight defense. But you know what? We're going to throw all that out the door. Morristown East. Whose school is this? They're playing at what? Morristown East School. You know what I'm saying? They're playing at Morristown East. I'm giving a big upset. They're hungry for a win. I'm with you, Judge.
Yeah, man. We're rolling.
Morristown East.
All right. Hey, like you said, it's one of the best rivalries in the state. When you get to this game, you just throw the records out the window. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go with Morristown West simply because, their record's better. Morristown East hasn't won a game yet, but more importantly than that, I think just Morristown East is they've been beat up all year. They've got great, talented players. They've got a great coaching staff there. But just with the injuries, I think it's just too much for them to overcome.
Well, I'll tell you, I think that anytime you have a team that's obviously better than another team, you better put them away early. If you let them hang around, things can get awful tough. All right, we don't have a lot of time left. I'm going to let you two guys, UT, another tough loss over the weekend. Give me one thing, because we don't have a lot of time, one thing that you think they should have done differently. Then I'll come to you, Scott.
Sure. I think this week I'm going to go with coaching just because of the simple fact of some of the timeouts that we called this week. I just didn't understand. I know, one, we had too many or not enough men on the field, but the second time we let them set up, it was just too obvious what we were doing. We got one-dimensional in the run game on offense, and I think coaching, I think we could have switched it up a little bit and kind of changed the game plan, at least at halftime, to go different directions.
Right.
So, Scott?
I didn't get to see what happened this past weekend. I'm messing. I'm kidding. Man, obviously.
Well, you must be outside your mind.
Obviously, I just think, golly, there's a lot of things, but just you got to keep the pedal to the metal, man. You got to finish out ball games. We can talk about timeouts.
Sure.
We can talk about situational stuff, but it doesn't matter if you've got that big lead in the second half, second quarter, third quarter. I think we've learned with our players and with this staff, we got to play like we're behind and just keep playing till the end.
Right.
Don't play by the chart. Don't play by all these different things that are out there. Let's just go play. And play. Start strong but finish strong.
Exactly. You got to play 60 minutes, not 58, not 57, whatever. Well, guys, we've had a good one today. Scott Galyon, we got the judge here, Chris Blevins, we got the philosopher, Chris Reddick. I'm Ralph Miranda. Great show from Morristown Ford in Morristown. Get out and watch a high school football game Friday night. Make sure you go and root those kids on. And next week, we'll be right back to talk some more about high school football in East Tennessee. We'll see you next week.
Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. Here we go now. That's how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how we roll.
Get Greene County's only lifetime warranty on these incredible Gateway deals. Late model crossovers like Ford Escapes, GMC Terrains, Jeeps, and Honda CRVs from only $12,900. Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greenville, online at gatewaydeal.com.
The Jeep Celebration Event is going on now at Mullins Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Elizabeth. 2015 Jeep Patriot stock number 098 are only $14,900, or a 2015 Ram 1500 Crew Cab with a Hemi stock number 470 are just $27,900. Check out a 2015 Chrysler 200 Limited stock number 563 for only $18,900. You can buy at Mullins with no money down, no payments till December, 0% APR on select models, and always top dollar for your trade. Before you buy, give Mullins a try.
It's the day, it's finally arrived, it's your wedding day. It's the moment you've been